In the coming days, I expect Texas State to join the Pac-12. And after that, the Pac-12 will most likely start looking for a ninth member in order to fully round out the football schedule. And as a Texas State fan, I hope that ninth member is UTSA. My Texas State fans, my brethren, before you absolutely destroy me in the comments, give me a couple minutes to explain why I think this is a good idea. And then after that, you can still destroy me in the comments. I won't fight you. Like I said in the intro, I expect Texas State to join the Pac-12. After that, the Pac really should add a ninth member to round out a football schedule. But after adding Texas State, I think the Pac-12 should just look south on I-35 and add the team that I love to hate, the UTSA Roadrunners. The I35 Rivalry is by far the most exciting game that Texas State plays all season. I'm not sure about the UTSA fans' thoughts on this, but I'd venture to say they agree that for their squad is also the most exciting game that they play all season. We pack out stadiums, whether that's completely packing out UFCU Stadium or mostly packing out that rented stadium in San Antonio. And the fans are rambunctious. It is a fan base or two fan bases that absolutely love to hate each other. And if you don't believe me, check the comments below, and I promise you there's some folks in San Antonio having lots of great conversations about this video. Go ahead. I know you clicked. You always click. I see in the spaces too. Imagine this scenario. It's the last week of the season. Texas State versus UTSA. One or both teams has a chance, if they win the game, to go to the conference championship. Not only that, one or both of these teams could potentially be in a spot to go to a college football playoff if they win this game and the conference championship, because we know that G6 spot is probably going to go to the Pac-12 every year. Can you imagine how rambunctious, how exciting the atmosphere in either one of the stadiums would be? Not only that, the online fodder would be one for the ages. And I can guarantee you it'll get national coverage. It's good for both squads. Make it happen. It would just mean more. Where have I heard that before? Reason number 2 is pretty simple. It's logistics, right? Texas State joining the Pac-12 is going to put a strain on the travel budget. We know this. We're accepting it. But it's not the greatest thing in the world, right? It would be very convenient to have at least one travel partner for football be right down the road. It would allow not only UTSA to join the Pac-12 and have a travel partner, but it would allow Texas State and UTSA to have just a little bit more of that pie as the media rights deal come out. Because we know that it might be a little less than was previously expected. It's probably not going to be $12 million. And the more that Texas State and UTSA can keep, the more they can put towards fielding more competitive squads, which is ultimately what you want to use that money for. And yes, I know we already play once a year, and I really hope that continues to happen after the current agreement runs out of place. But you could take that current game early in the season and add another team that is close to us. Maybe we could start playing Sam Houston every year. Maybe we could start playing UNT every year. We could add another Texas team to not only have a good travel partner later in the year with UTSA, but bring back some of that regionality that everyone is clamoring for in college football. We have control of 4 games up at the top. So let's take those, make them regional, add in UTSA to the Pac-12 as a travel partner. Now we have 5 games that are regional. That's amazing. Who's complaining? Let's move on to reason number 3. And reason number 3 is a personal reason. I love to hate UTSA. And the more meaningful that hate can get, the better. Now, when I say I love to hate, what I mean is I can't stand the school. Can't stand their fans. It annoys me that they think they're as amazing as they are. But at the same time, I feel like they feel the same about us. Probably feel about the same about me. And that type of rivalry is hard to get in college football. It's hard to get, especially as, like we said, the regionality of college football is going away. So the more that we can cultivate that, the more upset we can make the Dirty Birds, the better. And for all you Dirty Birds out there, I see you. I see the work you're putting in, making us feel bad about ourselves, trying to really forget the fact that we absolutely crushed you in football this past year by talking about years past. You know, who cares about overall records, right? It's the one win that really counts to us. And in that one win, man, we tore y'all up. And we're probably going to do it again this year. But for real, love to hate you. Before we continue, just a reminder that this is an opinion pod. These are my thoughts, and I'm by no means saying that I'm right. In fact, if you think I'm wrong, please be sure to let me know. And if you have any ideas for upcoming shows, shoot me a DM on Twitter. Maybe I'll use it. And if I do, I'll shout you out. Okay, so on to the next point. Now, we've talked a lot about the reasons that Texas State would want UTSA to join the Pac. There's a lot of good reasons, especially having them join after us would be amazing. We didn't get into that. We don't need to get into that. Just a little bragging rights that we would jump into the conference and y'all would follow us. That'd be amazing. But I really think that it could help UTSA as well. UTSA, like Texas State, needs money. They just had an issue with their baseball coach where maybe he was signed to a contract, maybe he wasn't. I don't know. That's not for me to say. But one of the sticking points for that coach, not only was his contract, was also that he wanted more investment into his program. Now, that's something that we've seen at Texas State as well. There's not as much of a weird rift between the coaches and the athletic department as we've seen at UTSA, but it's certainly there behind the scenes. So UTSA could use more money than they're currently getting, and I think a jump to the Pac would probably do that for them. Now, if we join as full members, I think probably UTSA deserves maybe a 3/4 share for a couple of years just for joining after us. But even that 3/4 share should be more than I think like the $4 or $5 million that they get from their current conference. So all in all, that would be a good thing as well. In conclusion, adding UTSA to the Pac-12 after Texas State would make the I35 rivalry one of the most exciting games in Texas, would give each school a travel partner within the conference, lowering the travel costs for each school, which would allow them to reinvest that money into coaches' salaries, paying players, etc. It would also allow them to take their currently scheduled slot early in the season and schedule another school that is close, so lowering travel costs even more. But the main reason I think it would be really good for Texas State if UTSA joined the Pac-12 is that it would mean that our rivalry becomes stronger. It would make the hate blossom even more. And it would ensure that that game stays on the schedule for many, many years to come. And I think that's a good thing. So if you like this content, you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to Win Now or Get Bent. Check out our merch site, WinNowOrGetBent.com, not WinNowOrGetBent.com, although I think that'll take you there too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you next Wednesday.